forward at 6'4", number 3. At guard at 6'6", number 25. Forward at 6'7", number 8. At center at 7 feet, number 32. Carl Anthony. At guard at 6'2", number 11. The head coach for your New York Knicks, Mike Brown. Fans, let's hear it for your New York Knicks.
Here are the 5 for the Cavaliers. LeBron James out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then there's Marcus Smart. And it's Durant in at the small forward position. And for the Knicks, we've got Mikal Bridges. OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Brunson in at the point guard position. The start of a fresh season. But we know the focus for both of these teams is to come out strong today.
Yeah, for the first handful of games, you just want to play hard and build some chemistry. Get more comfortable with your teammates while also learning their tendencies and preferences.
Now here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Boy, when these bigs like Karl Anthony Towns show off that power, you've got to love it.
Pass to Durant. Now Ayton, covered by Towns. And here's Curry for 3. The shot's good on the assist by James.
3 points.
You cannot give Curry an inch. This guy is relentless when he's behind the arc.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, Mike Brown had a few moments to share with me. On the topic of Curry, Coach said, it's like playing a game of tag. He continued, we had our wings chase our guards around in practice, and everyone is on notice. We all know how good he can be. The important thing is to not take any plays off. We'll stay sharp, or he'll remind us, that's for sure. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Got a piece of it. James passes to Smart. That doesn't go either for Smart. And it's out of bounds to Cleveland.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
It's James on the wing. He's covered by Hart.
OG Anunoby, if not the best wing defender, one of the best. How about that contest?
2 open that time. Made it look easy. Curry's got 6.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Grant, LeBron has had so much recognition over the years, but truly, he might not get enough credit for what he's meant to the NBA.
Yeah, you might be right, B.A. Truly a global ambassador for the game of basketball. He set the standard for what a superstar can be, really, in any sport.
Here's James. After the basket by New York on the other end. Smart outside. Here's Ayton. 5 on the clock. Durant with it. Towns covering. Durant, no good. Hart with it. Pass to Brunson. Towns, a screen on Curry. Brunson surveys from behind the arc. Oh, and he can't make that one. 2 for 3 now, his first miss. And James has got the ball here for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And he hammers that one down right in the face of Josh Hart.
LeBron James, ever the showman, with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T Connected Cam. Now here's Brunson. right heart. Three-pointer. James with the block.
He could not get that one over LeBron James. Just perfect position, great strength, and send it back to Mr. James.
New York making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Merrill's checked in. 4 on the clock. And a deep three from Brunson. Kevin Durant pulls it in.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check. Boy, when this guy has got his rhythm, he can be tough to guard.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
Please give a big round of applause for your best team.
Looking at our leaderboard here, last year, the teams that made an art out of transitioning from defense to offense. In third, New York.
It seemed like almost every time they forced an error, they converted on it. Not just winning turnovers, but taking them to the bank.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, this summer, the entire Cavaliers executive front office staff received multi-year contract extensions. Over the last 3 years, Cleveland has had the 3rd best record in the association. Guys, and there's a sense that a culture is being created that is permeating every level of this organization.
You'd love to hear it. Okay, Shams, thanks for the update. And the details starting to trickle in. But for the whole story, let's go to Shams Charania, who's joining us remotely. Shams, what you got?
Thanks, Brian. The Cleveland Cavaliers are not complacent. They are already making transactions. They wanted somebody who could run the offense, get the ball where it needs to go, and play with fire on the defensive end. Marcus Smart is all of that and more. With the central glue guy, I'm told they could not be happier to bring in Smart.
Good stuff there, Shams. Thanks for keeping us in the loop. And that one's good. James.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And New York has possession. Trailing by 8. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Fades and shoots. Brunson misses.
Boy, he looks and will take that shot every time. Just won't go.
Towns outside. Pass to Brunson. Robinson on the wing. And he lobs it up to the rim. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
You've got to have a great sense of timing on the alley-oop pass. Fantastic finish by Mitchell Robinson.
Puts one up from 19. And it's Cleveland with another.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
And the basket by Bridges.
Well, we know Mikal Bridges can connect from distance. This guy has become a consistent threat from deep.
Outside Curry. Ayton, a screen on Brunson. Out to James. Nails it from 3. James has got 7.
Well, you simply have to stay connected to him. His shooting stroke is that pure.
Knicks trail by 8. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Bridges outside. Hard against Durant. Left side Brunson. Back to Bridges. Takes the 3. Robinson passes to Towns. A deep 3 from beyond the arc and then some. Towns has got his second basket on the night.
This is the value of having those stretch bigs. Very hard to contest that jumper.
Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. Cavaliers ahead, up by 5. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Here's Merrill. He's scoreless. Filling out the wings, Clarkson and Bridges. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Jose Alvarado. And it's Diawara in at the 4. That's the group for New York starting the second. Now here's Durant. Shoots over Bridges. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it. He's got 10.
With KD's length and size, there aren't many defenders he simply can't shoot over.
Grant, is it fair to call Kevin Durant one of the most unique players we've ever seen?
Without a doubt, B.A., most definitely. The blend of size and perimeter skill, unprecedented. KD able to rise up and score over most any defender.
Here's Durant after New York picked up the 3 with their last shot. Making it look easy inside. Durant.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Clarkson, left side. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. Cleveland leading by 6. On the wing, Durant. Alvarado defending. Shoots a fadeaway. The bank shot, no good.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, B.A. Kevin Durant, as effortless as a scorer as this league has ever seen. He said, I'm not really flashy with how I play anymore. I just try to look for the best shot and be simple and easy with my game. Fly under the radar a bit. After every shot, I just run down the court and get back on defense. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Allie. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Both teams making substitutions here. And Grant, when talking about certain players, we hear expressions like, he does the little things, or he does the dirty work. What does all that mean exactly?
You know, it's about what doesn't show up in the box score. Setting good screens, winning those 50-50 balls, hustling back on defense. Often, it's just as important as putting up those points.
Now here's Alvarado, still without a bucket. Towns down low. He's defended by Hayes. Towns can't get it to go.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Screen by James. Schroeder with it. And it's Anunoby picking him up. Hayes for 3. Alvarado with a rebound. Knicks trail by 8. Clarkson finds Bridges. Now Alvarado. New York working the ball around now. Now Clarkson. Banked it in off the glass. Clarkson's got 5.
Jordan Clarkson showing he's capable of finishing inside.
Smart outside. Pass to Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. All right, Doris, for the Knicks, would you run a two-man with Brunson and Cat or stagger their minutes?
BA, I think the answer is you do both, obviously. But if you stagger it, it's because of what they're not doing on the defensive end. Teams will target Brunson and Cat because they are not elite defensive players. But at the same time, they are both elite offensive players. And there will be moments, particularly lately, where you want your best players on the floor. So the answer is both.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Brunson comes in for Alvarado. Free throw is good from Durant.
And one of the best things about Kevin Durant is he simply locks in on exactly what's in front of him at the moment. If that means working at practice, that's what he does. If that's competing at a high level in the game, that's what he does.
Offensive rebound. Robinson passes to Brunson. The layup off target.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
The three, Durant. The shot's good on the assist by James. James has got 4 assists in the game.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Now here's Towns. 5 points in the game.
Oh, LeBron with suffocating defense. He can still get it done.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
And make some noise for your Knicks.
A different look for Cleveland. Wade comes in for Durant, and it's Curry in for Schroeder. Curry against Brunson. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Curry, and that one's good for Brunson. Brunson's got 6 points.
I think in today's NBA, you've got to be a 3-level scorer. The midi is good for Jalen Brunson.
And the rise of Jalen Brunson has been fun to watch, Doris. No one saw him being this good.
I would count myself amongst those people, BA, and it's extraordinary. Jalen Brunson has proven highly effective, all league level effective, without having elite athleticism or size. And what that speaks to is his intelligence on the basketball floor. He has proven without those two qualities that you can be effective at the highest levels of the game. You have to admire it.
Now here's Robinson. Clarkson outside. Outside Anunoby.
Come get it, come get it.
Pass to Towns. Here's James.
Oh, my goodness! Yikes! What a finish!
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
1:03 left to play in the first half of basketball. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. One of the most exciting teams in the league, Doris, the New York Knicks.
BA, there's a saying that the NBA is better when the New York Knicks are in the house, and they are good. How about the resurgence over the last 5 years? They want to win now, and that rabid fan base is keeping up all this success.
And the technical free throw is good.
Yeah, this guy is exceptional from the charity stripe. You want a guy like Karl Anthony Towns who can knock these down as a big.
Josh Hart's checked in for New York. Mikal Bridges comes in for Clarkson. Now here's Bridges. Snatched up. Towns. And he gets it to fall. 3 for 8 in this one.
Just 1 for 5 this quarter. You know he wants to help his team, but not sure if shooting is the way to do it.
Curry, no good. Knicks trail by 11. Anunoby on the wing. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Towns finds Bridges. Towns, a screen on James. The lead now cut to single digits.
Well, You know Mikel was thinking three as soon as he got free. That's a nice delivery.
James against Hart. Outside Curry. From downtown. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got assist number 5 here tonight. Bridges outside. Downs. Oh, the follow by Kent.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
And so it's Cleveland with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Well, Carl, they're scoring pretty easily. What has to change in the second half?
Our whole defensive system right now, because this is not working. It's not the coaches, it's us as players. We're letting them get too much fast break. They're doing a great job, and they're hitting some shots, so we got to be able to make them miss.
Best of luck locking it in, guys.
Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hey everybody, nothing like a little trade news to perk up your day. We'll take a look first at some transactions around the NBA.
I call this a smart get for this team. I'm telling you, one of, if not the brings the intangible, Shaq. He could eventually be the heart of this team.
Seemed like that has been the case everywhere he's been. High school, college, all the way through.
Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Putting this through the box score, the Shaq supercomputer, the passing has been A-OK.
Well, I don't have a super Shaq computer, whatever that is. But the eye test is very easy. They're sharing it, and they've checked their egos at the door.
Same thing I came up with.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
And here's Curry setting the floor for the Cavaliers. They've got Stephen Curry. James is out there with Kevin Durant. Then it's DeAndre Ayton, and it's Smart in at the 2.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And so it's New York with it after Cleveland's three-pointer on the other end. Pass to Brunson. New York working the ball around now. Here's Towns. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Well, this team relies obviously on Towns for great productivity, and this guy is as reliable offensively as you get.
The Cavaliers lead by 10. Here's Durant. Back to James. Shot clock at 6. Left side Curry. The 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. Curry's got 6 points in the quarter. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Pass to Hart. Brunson up top. He's covered by Curry. From 8 feet, the Cavaliers pull it in. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Brooklyn where they'll face the Nets. That'll wrap up this short 2-game road trip. James deciding where to go with it. Over Hart. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. James has got 11 points.
3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And now let's take a look at the scoring breakdown tonight as divided up between the starters and the reserves for the Cavaliers. Knicks trail by 15. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Karl Anthony Towns is now familiar with the ethos of this Knicks team. He said they're gritty, they find a way to win, they never quit, bringing that New York mentality every single night. It's something that you recognize when you get to live in that kind of a culture. Guys?
They are relentless. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Here's James. After New York picked up the 3 with their last shot. Ayton passes to Curry. Just 5 to shoot. Smart finds Ayton. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. And here's Curry for 3. And Cleveland another 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been 3s.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Brunson passes to Bridges. Outside Hart. Bridges, a screen on James. Towns outside. New York needs to get off a shot here. Hart from long range. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns.
A nice start to the third. 3 out of 4 and looking good doing it.
Well, Grant, the 2025 season was sort of a return to form for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, B.A. He just seemed more comfortable out there, right? Getting back to what his numbers used to look like. And just playing with reckless abandon.
Ayton passes to Curry. And here's Smart. 6 on the shot clock. James double teamed. Here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Ayton uses his length to his advantage. No doubt on the dunk.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Pass to Towns. The 3 is up. The Cavaliers pull it in. James has got 4 rebounds in the game. Floats one up. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
The strength of LeBron is something that is never going to go away, and it will always allow him to finish plays like that.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Anunoby. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Merrill, he's checked in for Smart. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. 17-point game. Next matchup, they'll be at home against the Celtics. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Counted. James has got 7 now in this quarter.
Vintage LeBron James. He's cooking, and this guy may be the best to have ever done it.
.151 left in the third quarter. Pass to Towns. Tipped away. It's stolen by James. In transition, here comes Cleveland. Outside Durant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Towns. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Durant's got 22.
Their success from mid-range has really set them apart today.
Towns outside. They need this. Yes. And a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists in the game.
What a feed to Towns. This guy ready to rise and fire on the catch.
Cavaliers lead.
59 seconds left in the third quarter. James inside. Towns on him. Durant finds James. Ayton, a screen on Towns. James can't get it to go. Knicks trail by 18. Outside Hart. Brunson, a screen on Durant. Hart from long range.
I think it's probably the most underrated aspect of Kevin Durant's game. He's elite defensively and sends that shot back.
And stolen by Brunson. And there's Towns on the assist from Hart. And that's now 17 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Cavaliers lead 60-44.
Now here is James. He's got 16. And here's Curry for 3. Cleveland again missing. And so it's Cleveland with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.